Have you ever wondered how piano players make those hand-over-hand arpeggios look so effortless? I mean, that's so beautiful, right? Hand-over-hand arpeggios are broken chords played by each hand going up or down on the piano. Now, why would we do this? Well, it's a quick way of moving up or down the piano to create different moods. So, for example, if you wanted something a bit more cinematic, you could have twinkly, which is a little bit of what I had before. And it's much easier to bring all those broken chords together when you're using two hands versus just one hand. And it allows beginners to create a more advanced sound, more of a sounds harder than it actually is type thing. And isn't that what we all want? If you're new here, welcome. I'm Rosemarie, online piano teacher and composer at Must Love Music. Now, I'm going to be teaching you how to create a flowing musical sound while playing hand-over-hand arpeggios, even when your fingers don't want to seem to cooperate, at least at first. So step one is to really know your keyboard geography. This is what sets beginners apart from the pros or even more advanced players. Now, if you're struggling to find B on the piano, so for example, B is those three black keys and just above. If you're struggling and it's taking you that long to find it, you're spending too much time searching instead of playing. So here's an example. If I play B major, now, personally, I like playing these with the pedal. It makes it sound fuller, and it also hides a little as you're going up and down the piano. Well, let's try this out. So find B on your piano, three black keys. You're going to set up, it's left hand, right hand, cross over left hand, under to right. B, D sharp, F sharp, B, D sharp, F sharp. And then back down. In piano lessons, my students work on finding chords without looking at the piano so that they have an internal memory of how this feels. This strategy works very well in terms of really know where you are on the piano. And if you're wanting a little more guided help, just check out the link for our upcoming intro piano sessions in the studio. Step two is to look ahead. Advanced piano players, we're always looking ahead, whether that is sheet music. I have mine on the monitor, but yours could be on the piano. Or even if you're not looking at music, just knowing what's coming up next. We're often mentally placing the note before we play it. And this means that we're also often moving our hand into position before we play it. If you think about if you're, say, driving, you're anticipating what's coming next. You're not looking at short distance in front of you. You have to look further ahead and see what's coming. For my students, often what happens is I tell them to move their hand the moment that the opposite hand is playing. In step one, it means that you knew what the chord felt like, right? In step two, I'm anticipating. What this means is, notice my right hand is playing. I'm immediately moving my hand into position as I'm playing and move into position as I play. And same thing going down. Right, left hand, right hand's playing, so I'm in position. By the time that I get to the hand I need to play, I've already moved my hand there and I've already placed it. Go ahead and try this out on your own. Did this tip help you find the chord faster? Click that like button if you were able to find the chords in this hand-over-hand arpeggio a little smoother using these two steps. So here's an example. You shouldn't hear me moving my hands. So if you were to close your eyes and listen, you should not hear when I switch hands. And that's actually the ultimate goal with hand-over-hand arpeggios. And I'm going to do it without the pedal this time so that you can hear it. So you heard a little bit of a gap there between when I switched the chord. So I went from a B minor chord to a D major chord. And so that should have been the only time that you actually really heard when my hands were switching. If this is helpful, please consider subscribing. It means more than you can know. Keyboard geography and looking ahead are important. There is one last step. Listen to the music. When you hear something often, it's amazing how much it maximizes your progress at the piano. So on your screen now, I'm going to share. Click on the harvest moon to watch now. Thanks and happy playing.